And this is Not That Serious. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back, actually.
Thank you.
Oh.
Two-peat.
What'd you say?
Two-peat.
What is
Two-peat? Like repeat, but two-peat?
Who says that?
I
Who
say
says
that. I say that, America.
Oh my God. I've never heard that in my life. Actually, two-peat. She said that like anybody was gonna know what that was.
They're gonna know.
Oh, okay, great.
They're gonna know.
I'm glad you think so. Yeah, welcome back. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna be adjusting my shoulder this whole entire time because for my audio listeners, me and Ashlin are dressed like the two pieces of consciousness in your head.
Y'all remember, what was it? Emperor's New Groove with Kronk? And he had like the two different Kronks, the good Kronk and the bad Kronk on his shoulder.
You're bad Kronk.
I'm bad Kronk.
And I'm good Kronk.
Well, I was Kronk.
I'm an angel.
I'm the devil, of course.
And today we're playing Devil's Advocate. If you recall from a previous episode with Riley, we read Reddit stories and I talked about this idea I had for a podcast that I was telling anybody they could take it, but y'all can take it, but I'm also going to do it myself.
Episode,
no, yeah.
It's an episode.
Well, I'm not going to take my
yeah, like what?
My concept away. But essentially, the concept is that we're going to read Reddit stories, but in the debate style way, I will be sticking to my guns and making sure that every person is represented fairly as not the asshole, while Ashlin,
you're the asshole through and through. That's me.
So no matter what the actual situation is, and maybe we will reveal our actual thoughts, we're going to be representing
like
our sides. Yeah.
I'm like nervous. Like
why?
I don't know.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I feel like I'm scared of your stories.
No.
I'm scared of your
Don't
stories.
be scared. Don't be scared. Your hair looks really good, by the way.
Thank you. I did it.
It looks so good.
For those that can't see, I'm swinging my, I don't even know how many inches.
Your bundles.
My bust down middle part, knotless.
Your bundles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very cute. I also, do you want to show the world your pitch fork?
Oh, I have a little boop, boop, boop.
For the visual listener. Listen, me and Sophie sat on this damn couch and we put these pipe cleaning little props together, and I have my little wings, and they're so fucking cute. I didn't buy safety pins.
Or safety pins?
I couldn't find actual wings if fast enough.
You know what's crazy? They be doing that for the seasons. Like,
yes,
they don't have angels in the nativity scene.
Well, that's what I said. I said no. I feel like it should be year round. I should be able to find this. I went to Party City. They didn't have anything.
First of all, that was your first problem going to Party City. They never have anything.
Okay, well, where did I was supposed
Hobby
to go?
Lobby. Michael's.
Okay.
Joann's is a stretch, but Joann's would probably be like the last resort in this case.
I would have never thought to go to Michael's for
really
wings, for angel wings.
Hobby
Lobby.
Here's a fun fact. In my college days, we threw many a party, and many a parties were themed in costumes. I lived in Michael's and Hobby Lobbies.
Hobby Lobby,
the night before the party, when I didn't have 50% of my costume, those two stores.
That's
put something together.
You were like so dressed. I should have put on like actual pants. I was like,
no,
I'll put on my sweatpants, but I am gonna wear my shirt.
I just wanted to wear something red, and like I have these red ass pants.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
And like the black and red top.
This should be the incentive for everybody to watch the version on YouTube.
If you guys want to see my delicious legs in these red pants, you should watch the episode on YouTube.
Yummy.
For the video watchers, the iPad is out, as you can see.
Yeah.
We're ready.
We're in it.
All right. Since we're filming this around Christmas time, I'm going to start with a holiday one.
Okay, great. By the time this airs, though, the holidays will be over. By 2 days. By 2 days.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
There's still spirit,
you
know,
in the air.
It's in the air. Yeah.
In the air.
So I also like kind of labeled these in my notes. So this one's called Sober Christmas.
I think I might have seen this one actually. Go ahead.
All right. Am I the asshole for banning alcohol from Christmas?
Okay.
My husband's family likes to drink. Every holiday includes multiple bottles of wine/cocktails. I hate drinking. I have never drank. My father was an alcoholic, and I think it's childish if you can't have fun without drinking. Okay. This year, I'm hosting Christmas for a change, and I decided since it's at my house, no alcohol is allowed. We are all getting older and it's time to grow up. Word for word, bar for bar, y'all. My husband's sister called to ask what she could bring. She saw a recipe for a Christmas martini that she wanted to bring, and I told her about my no alcohol rule. She didn't say much, but must have told the rest of the family. Some of them started texting me asking if I was serious and saying that it's lame, but I'm not budging. Now, it turns out my husband's sister is hosting an alternative gathering that almost everyone is choosing to go to instead. It's so disrespectful, all because they would have to spend one day sober. My husband told me he talked to his sister and we are invited to her gathering, and he said we should just go and stop causing issues, but I won't. It's so rude. Now, husband is mad because I'm making him stay home and spend Christmas with me, but it was my turn to host and I chose to have a no alcohol. They could have dealt with it for 1 year.
Not the asshole. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it is rude. Like, it is rude. Like, you threw an alternative event when it was her turn to host. Like, she was so gracious enough to host a party.
That's fair.
And you lot decided to do a different party because you just couldn't do one fucking day without alcohol. Sad, isn't it?
It's sad.
It's a little sad.
But I will say, I mean, I'm gonna say you are the asshole, girly pop. And
But
you know
why? But why?
Because first of all, you're banning alcohol because you don't drink.
Sure.
And your father's an alcoholic. Is your father present? Because I heard that this was the husband's family, right? Your husband's family, and you don't drink.
So
what stops her from just not picking up a cup of alcohol?
Sure, but what you're saying is you don't care about this woman's trauma.
Now hold on.
You're saying you don't care about her trauma.
Now hold on.
She was gracious enough to provide the context
now
that
hold
she
on.
has trauma around alcohol.
But also, like, that's kind of giving us like an appeal to her emotions. Like, she's trying to make herself also seem like, oh, like, alcohol one day. Just let me have my one day.
Or maybe she's just genuinely like upset.
Maybe she's upset, but like also the consensus of the family is to have alcohol.
Sure. My understanding, unfortunately, and just my 2 cents is, you know, it sucks because her whole family has to do alcohol, and she's probably made it abundantly clear that she probably doesn't like it. I just think that in this scenario, she's not the asshole because everybody could have sucked it up. And they could have chilled. Like they could have. Or they could have pre-gamed. They could have pre-gamed and showed up to the event.
She probably would have said something like, oh, like, you guys drank before you came here. Like, I wanted this to be a sober day.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like,
but she said that the event was sober.
The event
is
sober.
That you had to be sober at the event. Therefore, they are the asshole.
But what's crazy, she's like, where was it? Let me see. Like, she said, we're all getting older and it's time to grow up. That sentence alone.
She's right.
Like, girl,
she's right. Like, everybody needs to grow up.
Like, I'm sorry. They are grown, which is why they want to have, like, if they want to have fun with alcohol, let them have fun with alcohol. Like, girl.
I think that we're above alcohol. I think we're above it.
Who is we? Because I don't speak French.
We. I feel like I'm on homegirl's side in the sense that, like, you don't need alcohol to have a good time. I can respect when people do need alcohol to have a good time. And I also respect her, like, her attempt at trying to
the attempt was there.
Get the family together to essentially not do this.
I would say more of like a limit how many drinks you have, but like the ban altogether, that's kind of wild. Like, there's no, like, I bet like, because of course, like, if they host like holidays like Thanksgiving, there was alcohol at Thanksgiving.
Sure.
And so maybe she was like, oh, like, maybe I should just like, we had it then, we shouldn't have it now, but like a drink limit. Or like,
but can you imagine them getting pissed off at having a drink limit? So I think her excuse was to just.
But would you think they would be more pissed off having a drink limit or not having drinks at all?
A drink limit. I swear to God, they would have been pissed.
That's true. I mean, but like, I feel like at least they'd be like, oh, like, I had a cup, like something.
No,
like
these people are clearly alcoholics. These people are alcoholics. I'm saying it. These people are alcoholics. If they can't do anything without alcohol, these people are alcoholics. Period. They have problems.
What about the Christmas martini?
What about the Christmas martini?
She just wanted the Christmas martini. The sister.
Who?
The husband's sister.
Okay, God bless her. What do you want me to say to her? Like, everybody needs to chill.
Like holiday drinks are also like a fun thing to do, like get into, you know, like there's drinks like called the Grinch, like
I don't disagree. However,
or maybe like a mocktail thing. Like we could have
done mocktails.
We could have done mocktails.
But do you think, but genuinely,
but banning altogether
from the description, do you think that family would have been down for any compromise whatsoever?
No.
Exactly.
They wouldn't.
Therefore, she is not the asshole. I rest my case.
Still gonna say she's an asshole because that's kind of crazy. Because because I have to. But like also like what are they like? They're just gonna drink like water and juice and tea.
So I'm curious now, like facade off. What are your true actual thoughts?
It's
here?
Weird. Because,
you think it's
like,
weird?
I think it's really weird. Like she completely bans alcohol from her house, but then is also getting mad when the sister is like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw a party at my place and have alcohol, but you guys are still invited." But like, I don't know, because it's like she wants to have this one event for herself and like control every aspect of it, which is fair. Like I get like that's how, you know, if you're hosting, that's how things should be. But like, it's just so, I don't know. I'm trying to think if she's expressed to the family that she does not like how they drink excessively around holidays, I would definitely understand that more. But if it's just coming out of like left field, she's like, "Oh, I just want everybody to be sober."
Sure.
It's kind of like, what's tea?
I get it. I think, honest to God, though, like, I know that I was technically arguing for not the asshole, but I low-key stand by most of what I said.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Because here's why. Like, is she the asshole for like banning it altogether and essentially not giving them a heads up about it?
Yeah.
Sure. But do I think like I do wonder though. It's like I don't know. I feel weird about it because I think a lot of people have gotten so used to just like drinking and doing all kinds of stuff that to them it is like, I just find it strange normal. That it is so like crazy to conceptualize a day without any alcohol.
For the entire family,
like for the whole family.
We're not going to this, like you're hosting, like this is your one event that you want to host all year, and we're not going because there won't be a
sober. Single drink. It's like,
That's
whoa,
wild.
You should reevaluate how your relationship with
like,
that shit.
I want to know, like, because you know, like they have like holiday games. I want to know how involved alcohol is with like the ecosystem of their like family, like their family events. Like,
well, to me, I'm not a huge drinker, so it's like obviously I'm speaking from a place of like I could do with or without alcohol.
Right.
But I do find it funny though, because I swear to God, again, I have a fear of some of my clips landing on the wrong side of the internet and people dragging me. It's one of my fears. It's probably going to happen one of these days, but I'm going to get over it.
Period.
But especially if it's going to be something I'm going to stand 10 toes on, and I'm going to stand 10 toes on it, I think some of y'all really need to evaluate your relationship with alcohol.
Yeah.
Like dead ass, like very seriously. Like some of y'all are actually like not okay.
Let's be serious, guys.
It is a drug.
The Casamigos at every function.
Like some of y'all like I'm not saying drinking is bad, but y'all some of
you
y'all abuse that
have,
shit.
Like to have fun
all the time, every single event, no matter what. I'm really encouraging you to take a step back and view your relationship with alcohol seriously,
like,
because that's not healthy to me. It's not.
Like, one thing about me, I'm gonna have a margarita.
That's fine.
But that's chill. Like I'm not having like, I gotta have a margarita breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm not doing that shit. Like,
and I'm not gonna do it at every single event too.
Hello.
So to me, I feel like if she actually did speak with the family beforehand and has expressed her discomfort,
it would make more sense.
This whole thing would make a lot more sense. If she hasn't and it is coming out of left field, it is a little weird.
It's very
peculiar. Given like how often they do drink.
Right.
But
the dynamic.
Right. I'm gonna assume though that she has brought it up to them.
I feel like she had. Well, I don't see any edits or anything.
No edits.
There's no edits.
But I feel like what was the common consensus?
The common consensus was you're the asshole.
Because some people are alcoholics, and I'm standing 10 toes.
And this is the one that's been highlighted. They said 61,000 upvotes.
People love alcohol, bro.
And they said you're the asshole and the Grinch who stole Booze Miss.
It's kind of funny.
Booze Miss? They kind of ate. Like,
they kind of ate.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, this is funny. But no, like they were like, and like they're putting like non-alcoholic recipes in here for like, and like they're like, oh yeah, like I could definitely see where OP was coming from if she was an alcoholic herself, or if she was only hosting dinner and asked everyone nicely if they cannot drink at her house.
Sure.
But they were free to continue the evening elsewhere. That's fair, especially if the family has had a history of throwing up in other people's houses or particularly something bad.
What?
But the way OP writes, calling everyone childish and saying they need to grow up and trying to control everyone's holiday is where it becomes no question that she's the asshole.
Okay, that's fair.
It's fair. It's her language, and also like
absolutely,
like we don't have the history behind behind, like, have there been incidents where people have drank too much at these events?
You know, that's fair.
And they've like thrown up. She's like, well, I don't want that shit to happen in my house.
And that's valid.
And that, hey, if you throwing up on my carpet,
Ashlyn.
as someone, no, because I was about to say it, damn Kyndal. As someone, I'm so sorry. You guys know who you are. As someone who has, as someone who has thrown up on someone's carpet.
I saw it happen. I was right there.
I don't remember the night. I don't remember after that drink. I don't remember the night. But also, y'all, I was underage, and it was like my first like college party. And it was a long day.
Mind you, her and her friends weren't invited to said party.
I was.
They weren't.
No, I was.
Who invited you?
Yeah. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. I love you. This is for you. You got my back, girl.
Well, I have to cut that out. I'm gonna have to bleep it because the mystery
remains
is
who invited
everybody's like, who invited that class?
Are you serious?
Well, maybe
That's
that
funny.
person invited just you, and
no, I definitely was invited, but I know I had an invite.
I have to laugh at this. Like, this is the second coming of Jesus to me, because the mystery
That's
around
funny.
said event has been who the fuck invited the freshmen to
That's
the party.
Hilarious.
In order for Ashlyn to even throw up on the carpet. How did this even happen?
And it was memorable.
It was a memorable
party. And I didn't
party.
throw up since.
Period. not the Black Lives Matter. Moving on. Okay.
I'm scared.
Oh yeah, you better be actually.
Oh God.
Okay, great. Am I the asshole for taking my niece to court over a coat?
What? A coat? Oh, this shit better be like custom, one of a kind.
I, 28 female, have a niece, 16 female. She is my only sister's only child.
Okay.
2 years ago, I married a very wealthy man, 34 male. And because of the pandemic, last Christmas was my first with my in-laws. My mother-in-law gifted me a coat that is worth more than $20,000.
First of all, why does she have this coat? What business are they in?
I don't know.
I'm scared.
I saw her wearing it, asked her where she bought it, and she said that it will be my Christmas gift from her.
Oh.
I didn't know how much it was. I knew it was expensive, but I thought maybe $3,000 at most. I was visiting my sister last January when my niece saw it. She Googled the brand and showed me how much it really was. I won't lie. I did not wear it after that because I was afraid of ruining it.
Which is fair.
Last week, I wore it while visiting my sister. While I was putting it back on to leave, I felt something go splat on my back. Don't look at me like that. Then my niece started cackling and the smell of paint hit me. I was so pissed off while she was not apologetic at all. Her mom screamed at her and said she was grounded. Then she said she will pay for the dry cleaning. While I was in my car, still shocked by the way, I got an alert that my niece posted a reel. It was of her doing a prank on me.
What?
And she said, I'm going to hit my aunt's $20,000 coat with a paint-filled balloon to see how she reacts. I saved it on my phone, sent it to her mom, and told her that a week's worth of grounding is not enough. She did not reply, but I saw that my niece took it down. It got less than 5 views by then.
Oh.
Now she threw in that
No,
hit.
because I was really going to be like, is the video still up?
The next day, I found out my coat cannot be saved. So I called my sister and told her that her daughter has to pay it back. Well, we got in an argument and she said that they will not be paying it. And if I wanted a new one, I should get my husband to buy it for me. I think that they should pay for it. They can afford to. In my opinion, they should sell my niece's car and pay me back the money. We did not reach an agreement, so I told her that I will be suing and reminded her that I have video evidence that her daughter, A, did it on purpose for online clout, and B, knew exactly how expensive it was. People in my life are not objective at all. I have some people calling me an asshole, some saying that they are assholes for not buying me a new one, and some so obsessed with the price of the coat that they are calling me an asshole for simply owning it and wanting a new one. So, am I the asshole? Edit, sorry for not making it clearer, but my coat was bought new, just identical to my mother-in-law's. So go ahead. What do you think, actually?
She's the asshole.
Yeah, why is that?
Why is she suing her niece? Like, okay, like I get you're suing family members, But girl, it's a coat. Let's be for real. And it was
Oh, wow. That's how you feel.
No. I'm in pain. Like, are you kidding me? You want me to suffer?
Go ahead. No, tell me why she's an asshole, though.
Okay,
Seriously.
well, she's an asshole because, wait, how old was the niece again?
These 16.
Oh, this bitch is old. Sorry. She's a young woman, and she's still learning how to navigate through this world. And a little prank went too far. She should have used the washable paint that Crayola provides.
So you think that she should have thrown anything at the $20,000 coat that she knew?
Maybe
was
like a water
$20,000?
balloon. I feel like a water balloon would have been better. Like just
Well,
a regular.
She didn't throw a water balloon.
She threw a paint balloon, but water, but also posting it on Instagram for it to get 5 views.
It's crazy.
That's embarrassing.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
If you were gonna
Deactivate
go
your
out,
account.
you should literally, you should have gone out with a bang, bitch.
Like post it on your story, repost it, post it on TikTok, like do everything, like post it on all your socials, girl. But also like that's a paper trail. So
I'm embarrassed for you. Actually,
I'm very embarrassed. But
yeah,
like she's suing family, and that's her only niece, and like the relationship that they're gonna have down the road is definitely gonna be strained after this. But like,
okay, do you think it's $20,000 worth of straining though? Like, do you think that $20,000
like
can ruin a relationship?
Well, I mean, honestly, it depends on how much of a grudge Auntie holds.
You think the aunt is holding a grudge?
Not
for
a
her
grudge. Well,
niece
not a grudge.
Ruining the coat?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know this woman. You sound like a good woman. You sound like a white woman, to be correct. And I don't know. Like y'all grudges are different than mine, so I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna like assume y'all are holding grudges like me. For those who haven't seen me before, I am black. Part 2, yes.
Period.
But yeah, I don't know. Like these are not my thoughts. These are the horn. This is the horn speaking.
Oh, we've made that abundantly clear because
yeah,
you're struggling to find.
No,
an
like
argument.
I'm like this is. I would struggle on debate team.
I mean,
I would struggle on debate team.
Personally, I can find 3 different reasons
why she's the asshole.
I mean, you're not confident.
Like
you're not confident with your stance.
Like,
you have to state your fucking case.
My case is that this bitch ruined her jacket and she's suing her niece. And like, this is your niece. And if you really love your niece, like you say you will love your niece, you would not be suing her.
Okay, you rest your case.
I rested.
Now, mask off. How you really feel?
Damn. Like, fuck. Like, this is crazy. Girl, no, you are not the asshole. Like, fuck.
That shit is fucking insane.
Are you kidding?
That
$20,000.
And she said,
and she knew. She
knew.
She did a little tippity tap. She Googled.
That little bitch.
She planned.
That little bitch. She needs to go sit somewhere.
She needs to juvie, girl. That's juvie.
That's a little fucking schemer. Like
it should be like a small felony at least.
You need to go ahead and be careful sleeping at night with that
property.
little girl under your fucking roof. She is evil.
Like, are you kidding me?
Because what do you gain from genuinely ruining a $20,000 coat other than being a little cunt?
A little laugh and 5 views that got deleted.
You got a first of all, you fucked up by posting a reel. You should have posted it on TikTok. You're
girl,
stupid.
you were not getting the algorithm was not working in your favor.
You're dumb.
For you to post it on Instagram.
You're dumb.
Let's be serious.
Next, I will bash the 16-year-old. I don't give a fuck.
No,
I'm
like she's old enough to know better.
She's
old enough to know better.
Are you joking?
And she has a car.
So
if you got a license, you old enough to know better.
Yeah, you got a license to get this ass whooping. That's what I'm gonna fucking say.
Hello.
I would have beat her ass. But lucky for everybody that's listening to this, there is an update.
Oh, thank God. I needed an update because I would not have been able to make it.
There's an update.
Without an update. That's just...
All right. Update. So here's a quick update. Since the situation has been resolved.
Ooh.
When my husband got home, I told him what happened and showed him the video. He asked if I spoke with my brother-in-law, and I said no. All my conversations were with my sister. He said that he will take care of it. Now, that's a man.
First of all, he said, let me just drop into the $20,000 on the coat.
He said,
I love you, babe.
He said, okay, she continues. Now, a disclaimer. I understand nothing when it comes to insurance claims, and this is what my husband told me / what I understood happened. My husband talked with my brother-in-law, told him exactly what happened, and showed him the prank video. Then he told him that the coat was insured. We will be filing a claim and submitting the video, and we might have to file charges for the claim. He assured him that we will be dropping the charges. We do not want to send niece to jail. Then he told him that one of 2 things might happen. after our insurance pays us, they will come after them. If their insurance pays, the premium will skyrocket. If it doesn't, they might sue them and they might get a lien on their house. My brother-in-law asked if there was any way he could just pay us without involving insurance. My husband told him that was what we wanted at first, but that my sister insisted that they will not be paying us back. Apparently, my brother-in-law was not in the know, and he was very pissed off at what my niece did and my sister's response. So they came to this solution. My niece's car will be sold, and if it doesn't fetch the whole compensation money, she will have to get a job and pay me the whole check until it's paid off. Also, she is grounded for the rest of the school year. I am thankful for the people who encouraged me to talk with my husband.
Okay, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute.
She won.
The house. She said we're coming for the house.
She won.
We're coming for the car, the job. Like Rumpelstiltskin. Like, give me your baby.
Up, bitch.
Like, give me your baby.
Pay up,
Every
bitch.
full paycheck. That's funny.
Full paycheck.
And that's funny. She can't go nowhere.
Girl,
She's grounded.
you better walk your ass to McDonald's and flip them damn burgers so you can pay that shit off.
Ride a bike.
Literally.
Imagine,
oh my God, she has no car.
She doesn't have a car.
She has to fucking walk to work,
that's
bitch.
embarrassing.
And that's what happens when you do stupid shit for online clout. Let this be a lesson to anybody. If they think that they can start a fucking like YouTube channel or a prank vlog, stop it.
Don't do it.
Stop in your tracks, because those prank videos aren't fucking funny.
Couple pranks are even worse. I'm sorry, like
they're not funny.
You're telling me that you don't see this ring light in the back left corner of your room, and you don't see the camera that's attached to it,
Like,
and then
be
when
so
somebody
serious
pops
right
out
now.
around the corner, you're surprised.
Be so serious right now.
Let's be serious.
That's what I'm saying. So, fuck a prank.
Fuck
But
pranks.
That shit was funny.
That's funny.
Let me see if I can find the top comment. Actually,
They said sell your car, your checks. Those are mine. Addressed to me. Thank you. I take direct deposits.
yeah. Nobody else is
Like,
saying anything except somebody said fully checkmated.
Wait, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's a fair outcome. Somebody says that's a fair outcome that avoids lifetime level consequences
Right.
for the niece and still stings hard enough to make the point.
Right.
Communication is always a good place to start. I'm very glad your brother-in-law stepped up to handle the situation appropriately.
No, but the sister not telling
Your
her husband? Girl, first of all, your child, the one that y'all had together, y'all procreated, 16 and a half years ago? 16.9 years ago for this child, and you don't want to tell your husband that she destroyed
somebody's $20,000 coat?
Something that cost 20 fucking bands,
Because she probably knew how he was gonna fucking react.
oh, she knew, and she was like, oh, let's just settle
Then
this.
let's
Just settle this, and like let's just hope that he doesn't notice like this money goes missing from our savings account, our joint.
She was never gonna pay up though.
She was, and that's
she was never gonna
crazy.
pay up, and that's why she's full of shit.
And that's insane.
But they was gonna involve insurance. I'm glad it had a happy ending.
Yeah. Husband said, I'll just buy you a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have an insured.
Yeah.
We have that settled.
Pay it up, bitch.
Maybe I need to get a rich man.
Maybe.
Hey, that sound nice.
Hey.
What do older black people have their money in?
Excuse me?
Like, you know how like old white people, they got their money in like oil and shit?
Uh-huh.
What do old black people have their money in? Like that's
Actual
like
jewels.
That's fair.
Like gold, I think.
Okay.
I want to also say real estate, but I also feel like that's more white people too.
Yeah, I feel like the maybe like the third generation of black people, like
Yeah,
they're
like
the ones
our
breaking the curses.
generation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They got real estate for sure.
Real
For
estate.
sure.
It's
Yeah,
finna be me too.
Period.
Yeah, what you got for me?
Am I the asshole for calling every morning? I love a vague title.
For calling every morning.
For
right.
calling every morning.
No.
My son is a 20-month-old toddler. My wife is a stay-at-home mom. I work 6 days a week, and I'm usually gone for 12 hours a day. I always check in on my son remotely via our nursery cam app, and he's always awake in the mornings around 8 o'clock. He has a great sleep routine. Our wind down time starts at the same time every evening. We clean up toys, read a book. When I lay him down, he's still awake. He falls asleep on his own and sleeps all night for at least 12 hours. It's usually after 9 before I have a chance to check on the camera. This morning, when I checked it, it was 9:12, and some mornings are closer to 10. Every time I look, though, he's awake in the dark and standing in his crib just waiting. When I see this, like, could you imagine? Just see, like, his eyes glowing. Okay. When I see this, I immediately turn on the brightest nightlight the camera has and speak to him through the camera app. I always tell him good morning and I love him, and he usually laughs and says, Dada. And then I leave the app and call my wife to wake her up. Okay. I usually have to call 3 to 4 times, and when she finally answers, it's obvious that she just woke up and only because I called. I tell her that our son is awake waiting for her, and she needs to get up and start their day. This morning, while on the phone, I asked her if she was going to get him after using the bathroom, and she said no. She was going to the kitchen to prepare their breakfast, and then she'd get him. I'd asked her to get him after the bathroom so he could go into the kitchen with her, and she flipped out. She told me it pisses her off that I call her every morning to tell her how to be a mom and that she has a routine. I retorted with, well, your routine sucks because he's been awake for an hour and you'd still be asleep if I hadn't called. It just bothers me that he has to wait so long. He needs a diaper change. He's probably thirsty, hungry, and just wants to play. Am I wrong, though? Do I need to stop? Please be completely honest with your answers. Thanks. And then we have edits, but the edits are so long, but I just kind of want to paraphrase.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The edits.
Oh, is that going to contextualize my answer a little bit more, or like?
Should I do it after?
Should I give my honest thoughts? Okay, cool.
Yeah, give your honest thoughts.
Or no, not the asshole, obviously.
Not the asshole.
He's not the asshole, and let me tell you why. That's an active father. That is a father active in his child's life. He is calling to check on his kid. Did you hear him? Every morning he says, "I love you. Dada loves you." And he is watching his child. That is more than what a lot of you fathers are doing. Fathers.
A retweet.
He's not a stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up, damn it. And I'll be damned if you actually slander my client right now.
Did you get that from?
I don't know. I actually saw it on a t-shirt. I saw it on a t-shirt once. I'll be damned, actually, if you slander this man and his ability and his resilience, actually, to remain a consistent father. He is consistently calling his wife at 9 in the morning. That's consistency. That's active parenting. That's what I call parenting from a distance. He is working. He's making a bag and he's calling her. That is true parenting at its finest. And I just feel like not the asshole for doing what he can, to be an active parent. He can't be home, but he can wake his wife up. Why is she asleep? Why is she asleep when there's a baby in the house?
Well,
why would that happen?
And hear me out.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He is an asshole.
Okay.
Well, and let me tell you why.
Yeah.
They live in a 2-parent household. They have established their relationship. Stay-at-home mom and a working father. He works 6 days a week, 12-hour days. This man gets 1 day to his family, but every other day that he's at work, his wife, her job is to take care of their son.
Totally.
He calls every day on morning to micromanage his wife on the things that she does every day.
Well, hold on. You said something really important. You just said something really important.
Micromanage?
That man works... He works 6
But why is he micromanaging?
Well, hold on. No, hold on. That man works 12-hour days, 6 days a week, and he still manages to call every morning.
Okay, but he's calling. But every morning he's calling with critiques. He's like, "Why are you not awake? Why are you not feeding my child?
Understand.
My child's crying in the crib."
That's a man that
he
can
needs to be focused
multitask.
on his job during work hours. Unless his wife calls him and says, "Hey, babe, I'm in distress. I can't be a stay-at-home mom right now because it's like really overwhelming. Like, come home and help me out." I'd appreciate that. But he's micromanaging the fuck out of her.
I think you're overlooking the aspect of the fact that this man might be micromanaging, sure, but that means he cares about his kid. Would you rather him not give a fuck about his child?
As I was gonna say something out of pocket.
No, go ahead.
About my father.
Oh, please don't.
I'm not.
Don't have this man in my DMs.
Which is why I'm not. But I will say, yes, he's an quote unquote active father, but he's doing too damn much. And I say that in the sense of the fact that he really is calling his wife every morning to wake her up when she knows that she has her own schedule. She's curated this thing with her child that she carried in her, I'm assuming she carried in her womb for the full term. I'm assuming, let's pray to God, but she knows what she's doing.
Totally.
For you to call every single morning that you're at work just to be like, "Girl, wake up, my baby's awake," duh, the baby's gonna be awake. It's the morning time, and he's like,
I think that he's caring about her ability to wake up in the morning as well as, you know, checking in on his kid. And I rest my case.
Homegirl just need an alarm clock. At this point, no.
Yeah, she needs an alarm clock.
She needs an alarm clock.
He is not only,
but
you know, killing two birds in one stone. Like
he's supposed to be at work. Why are you? What are you not doing between the hours of 9 to 10?
Would you rather him not check in on his kid?
Oh, here we go.
So Ashlin doesn't like an active father. Ashlin doesn't give a fuck if you're an active father, is what I'm hearing. That's just what I'm hearing. Not the asshole, and I rest my case.
Asshole, micromanager, resting case.
And mask off.
That
man's a motherfucking
He's
asshole.
Insane. He's fucking insane.
How the fuck are you micromanaging your wife, bro? And it's like she said it. She hit the nail on the head. She has a routine. Just because he's up doesn't mean that he's like desperate.
He's
not
crying.
He's not
crying. He's chilling. And like as a babysitter, like I have babysat children like younger than like a year. So like I've had to like get accustomed to their routines. And sometimes little children will just wake up and like just chill out in the crib. Like they're not gonna cry unless they really need something. Like they want like you to pick them up out the crib like when they're ready.
And honestly, I'll argue that even though I guess it's nice that he's calling and checking in on his kid, he could be throwing him off his routine by hearing my dad's voice
and thinking
like,
that dad is there.
Somebody's gonna come get me, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna come get you. Actually,
Dad's
Mom
at the
is
office
working at shit. Yeah. And it's like it's
it's
probably confusing for a little baby.
It's too much. Like mom has a routine.
Yeah,
like come
on, let her have her thing. Go ahead and read them edits because I'm ready to hear.
So the edits I will be summarizing because they are long as hell.
Yeah, go ahead.
But basically, he said, I have to include this paragraph. This one's funny. I was banned from commenting within the first hour because I violated a rule in a comment, and that's why I wasn't responding to anyone. I'm a fairly new Reddit user in terms of posting. I normally read a lot, and that's all. And because of this, I had no clue that a temporary comment ban didn't affect my ability to edit the post. I would have edited much sooner had I known I was able to, regardless of the comment ban. So, he also continues to say, there are so many things that need to be addressed about this post, and the most important one is about my wife. I love her more than anyone on Reddit thinks I do. She's an amazing woman and a wonderful mother. I absolutely do not think she is an incompetent parent, nor do I think she neglects my son. None of the information I provided was ever supposed to convey that negative message about her. My whole issue was, he's awake. He's been awake. Why are you still asleep? That's all. And she agreed she stays up too late, plus has alarms set now. Well, also, because so many people that I intentionally left out medical issues she has, I'll list them here. Postpartum depression.
There it is. Yep.
Low vitamin B12.
Yep.
Chronic fatigue.
She's tired.
Now,
that nigga is working 12-hour days. He could probably afford a fucking nanny, nigga. Get off your ass. Use your bag.
If you're working 6 days a week, 12-hour days, for you to comfortably support you, your wife, and your child,
you should be able
have
to afford
room in your budget.
If you working 12-hour days and you can't afford a nanny, I'm looking
Something's
at you crazy.
wrong.
No,
Something's
I'm
wrong.
looking at you like you're
Something's
crazy.
wrong.
We need to get something figured out.
Like,
this is not right.
Like, this is okay. I'm just gonna like read like some of the top sentences from each of the medical issues. So her low vitamin B12 is not a deficiency. No, just like when he summarized it.
Oh
yeah, just the three, the main three.
Oh my god.
Her low vitamin B12 is not a deficiency. Her level is just lower than what is considered best for her age. Cool. That's okay. That's fine. The postpartum depression is actively being monitored and treated by a professional. My wife literally goes to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, I can't remember the exact title, multiple times a year, and we pay for medication every 30 days. Okay. The chronic fatigue is a result of her own poor scheduling and personal health. She has agreed that she spends too much time sitting and using the phone. She naps when our son naps and has trouble falling asleep at a normal bedtime hour due to this daytime sleep. We always go to bed together, and she's told me multiple times that she's moved to the living room after I fell asleep because she couldn't sleep and was bored just lying there. Then midnight or later comes, she's finally drowsy and decides to sleep. However, the overstimulation from social media and phone usage makes it difficult for her brain to reach REM sleep normally. So she falls asleep at 12. Our son wakes up at 8. 8 hours have passed, and she still feels tired and not at all rested.
Oh, that's a mess, child.
It's a lot.
That's a mess, child.
It's a lot.
You can tell he cares, though, because he's keeping track of all this.
No, he does care.
He's just a little bit of a dingbat.
He is a dingbat.
That's fine.
Yeah. But, okay,
Oh.
the second edit, it's like a short. So like the first edit was like
All that context.
12 different like mini paragraphs, and then edit 2 is like a paragraph and a sentence.
Yeah, what's up?
So he says, I need to make it clear that my wife does not have narcolepsy. She is not like a narcolepsy.
One thing y'all
I'm
will
sorry.
do on Beyonce's
Y'all
internet
are gonna
is
diagnose
people.
somebody.
Oh my God, y'all have to stop.
Like
She did not
narcolepsy.
she literally, he just said what
She
the fuck
just
was
be
up.
sleeping.
She has a low vitamin levels, postpartum depression, and she fucking tired. That
That's
thing will
it.
put you on your ass.
That's it.
Wish y'all would stop diagnosing folks. Like, that shit is annoying, actually.
But narcolepsy is crazy.
Like, that's
like
crazy.
y'all jump to narcolepsy.
Y'all just jump to shit like a damn frog. Leapfrog. Y'all playing damn like
Frogger.
y'all playing Frogger
Y'all are playing
with
Frogger.
diagnoses and fucking OCD, ADHD, autism.
ADD.
Y'all swear
Bro,
to God, it's the
I'm on
autism shit.
I'm on the autism
Oh my
spectrum. I'm on
God.
ADHD. Y'all, calm down.
Please.
Calm down.
For me, it's not even people doing it for themselves. Whatever. Do
It's
what you
for
want.
the other people
it's
on
for
the internet.
other people in real life.
Do you do this normal thing 2 times a week? You have ADHD.
Then now suddenly you have several things wrong with you. It's like, whoa,
You
whoa,
have
whoa,
autism.
Whoa.
Wait a
Why'd we
minute,
get
guys.
there?
Like, wait a minute.
I'm gonna need the whole internet to just stop fucking diagnosing
Slow down.
people, especially people that are not asking for a fucking diagnosis.
Thank you.
Like, chill out.
Or
actually.
they'd be like, oh, if this is on your For You page, then you have it. How does that correlate to having ADHD?
Right.
If you're how does
this
an
message.
how does an algorithm say, hey, you something's wrong up here. You
Like,
have
you
something
need to go
wrong.
get this checked. Babe,
That doesn't make sense.
go to hell, actually.
Go
Like,
on the express train, please.
Please.
Skip go. Do not collect $200 or
Fuck.
do not pass. You know?
I just had to get that off my chest. I actually,
no.
I
No.
was
Like,
talking to Riley about that like a couple months ago, and I was like, I feel like that's going to be something problematic to say. Like, I feel like somebody could take that out of context and be, but you know they. Damn, I got so
Damn.
mad. You, that you said, damn. You know they get mad on Beyonce's internet, bro.
like y'all.
And I fucked up my whole thing.
Hey, love.
You know they get mad on the internet, bro, and they will really just like say that you really hate people.
Like you hate everybody because you said one
because
thing.
you said that. Yeah, it's like no.
Like, y'all be
but
serious.
but I do need y'all to stop because nobody asked to be diagnosed.
She does not have
especially real
narcolepsy,
people.
guys.
So fuck off. Anyway.
She does not have narcolepsy. But then, okay. And he was
No.
like, she's not taking medicine for narcolepsy. I have said that the medicine she now takes is usually used to treat narcolepsy or ADHD. She also does not have ADHD. The second thing we learned is that people love to add details and change the story. He cleared y'all bitches because he said,
Oh.
stop adding shit.
Oh,
He said, don't add shit to my story.
enough said.
Don't add shit to his story.
Wow.
Yeah, but then they were like eating him up in the
I'm
comments.
sure they were. No, that original post was crazy.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That
They were
original
like,
post was crazy.
because there's like a lot of highlighted comments and like, but the consensus was that he was the asshole.
Mhm.
But so some top comment, well, actually not the top comment, but it has the most awards. No, it doesn't. What the hell? Why is this on top then? It's the comment that's on the top of my screen.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
uh-huh.
You're the asshole. I cannot imagine being a micromanaged mom like that. Remotely, like, wow.
Mhm.
Is your son crying? No. Then
Mhm.
he's fine. If he's uncomfortable, he will call for his mom.
Yes.
But yeah, they were eating him up.
Lord have mercy. A snapping turtle.
Snapping turtle.
All right, this one feels like a little bit more open-ended. I feel like
Okay.
it could be argued either way,
Hmm.
truthfully.
Okay.
So here you go. Would I be the asshole for not reminding my roommate again to Venmo request me for groceries? I, 20 female, and my roommate, 20 female, are college students, and we go grocery shopping together about once a week. We have a system of doing a single checkout, alternating which one of us pays at the register, and the person who checks out keeping the receipt and Venmo requesting the other person.
Okay.
We have some communal food, so this arrangement seemed to make sense. I don't remember who suggested it, but neither of us has raised any issues. When it's my turn to pay, I sit down later that night or the next day with the receipt and an Excel sheet to calculate how much each of us spent. I charge my items to myself, hers to her, and communal items 50-50. The tax I split by percentage, so if I spent more on groceries than she did,
Wait, she's just like me for real. This sounds like some shit I would do.
I'm paying my fair share of the tax. When I did the final numbers, I Venmo request her for how much she owes, and then she pays me. I've offered to let her double check my math, and she's never taken me up on it, but I keep the Excel sheets just in case. When it's her turn to pay, however, she does not Venmo request me for a week or more. I've had to remind her to do it at least half the times. Remember, she has the receipts these weeks, so I don't know how much I owe her unless she tells me. There's been one or maybe even 2 times where she straight up forgot, lost the receipt, and never charged me. I offered to ballpark the amount and pay her one time as this happened, but she said it was fine. Well, 2-ish weeks ago, we did our last grocery trip before winter break, and it was her turn to check out. She has not requested me for the money, and I'm wondering if I should remind her, but I'm getting tired of it. I'm on top of this every week as it's my responsibility, and I'm mildly irritated with having to tell her, sometimes multiple times for the same grocery trip/receipt, to remember to charge me. I feel bad about not paying her back, but I also don't feel like it's my responsibility to nag her about it. Like I said previously, I've always brought it up in the past when she's forgotten. Would I be the asshole if I didn't bother this time?
You're the asshole. Like, give the girl her money. Like, you guys are shopping together, guys. Like, come on, let's be real. You have a system, and like, I get that she's like for quote unquote forgetful,
Sure.
but like, she has these spreadsheets. Like, she could kind of ballpark. Like, she could do like a guesstimate and be like, here's money. Tell me if I need to send you more. Tell me like if I sent you like too much. Like, but like not reminding her. And also before winter break, that's kind of like shady. Like, girl, let's be serious.
Okay.
This is a interesting situation. It's I mean, like, good for y'all for being like responsible and like having the system in place, but like also like she's not responsible enough to remember that she needs to be charging homegirl. Like, does she not care about her money?
I just feel like obviously the roommate probably just has a really hard time remembering things. So obviously I think that she is not the asshole because when you're an adult, you have to remember shit.
That's true.
And you have to be responsible and on top of your shit. And so if you're not going to do that, then you don't deserve your money.
That's fair. I mean, like, also, but like her not like reminding her that she has to like send her this money.
But how many times do you have to remind somebody before they just get the point?
Clearly she don't care enough. Like, I'm like, that's her problem. Like, she's not caring enough to request. But like, also, like, girl, you need to send her the money. Like, just do, like, you have your numbers, you've crunched your numbers, you guys have grocery shopped enough times for you to have a guesstimate to at least be like, here's some money until you figure out the exact price. Or like, just I don't
think
know.
she owes her anything because her roommate is lazy.
Oh, so. Wow.
Mask
lazy?
Off.
This is interesting.
Mask Off. I really just like, I'm actually in a moral dilemma over this one.
That's tea.
I really am.
It's like, it's funny because when you were reading this, I immediately thought of how my family plays Monopoly. And in our games of Monopoly, it's very intense. But if you're not paying attention to somebody that lands on your property and the next person rolls the dice, you don't get your rent. So like you it's basically like you're skipping out on rent. So like you not paying attention means you don't get paid. So but also it's the fact that this has happened so many times,
she says,
to the point where
like
she just
twice.
doesn't care enough to be like, hey, like, where's this is your half of the groceries. Yeah,
it's like, okay, like both of them suck because it's kind of like you need to remember to like charge, like if you've come up with the system, if the system it works. Personally, I think this is a really dumb system.
At this point, just buy your own groceries.
At that point, don't even do it. Yeah.
And then the things that you do want to share,
just share it. Just
share
Venmo
it.
each other in the moment, I guess.
That
but it's
is
just
like
kind of
literally.
Like, I don't think the system works, but I think like I feel bad
Since
telling
when has
her
the system
to just
worked?
Well, true.
When has the system worked, America?
America. Come on, Bernie Mac. I just feel like personally, like if you like, I feel bad being like, take that girl money, she don't give a fuck. But I feel wrong. I feel wrong saying that, but I also am just kind of like, damn, she don't care about her money for real. She
doesn't care. Like, she
must
like, got money to blow. Because if she's not like me,
but homegirl is nickel and diming. She's calculating.
She
tax.
put it in the spreadsheet. She said the 5%. I'm not even doing. I'm just including the tax. I'm sorry. I'm splitting. I'm dividing the tax by the amount of people.
Like, I just round. I'm just like, call it a fucking day and just be done.
Or like at that point, like okay, for example, me and my roommates we shop on Instacart. So we split. Okay. We shop together, and like we know how much we like what we all eat together, and then anything that the individual person wants, we write down what they're getting and just
call it a day.
Simply call it a day.
They're making this way too complicated.
This is too complex. I'm sorry, but like, as much as I love a good spreadsheet, girl, every
Please.
are you itemizing the receipt? Like are you putting every single bagels $2.39, milk
Bagels.
$4.74?
Mhm.
Like, are you doing that for every single receipt? And how long is this taking you? And are you not sick and tired of it?
Yeah.
Like, this is. I mean, like, good for you for being financially responsible, like keeping up with your receipts.
I
At
just
like
think it's
at
too
20,
much.
she better than me, but
It's too damn much.
this is too
Go
much.
into accounting if you want to do all that.
Hello, I hope you're a
Yes.
finance major, girl.
It's never worth it.
I really hope you're doing something
Never worth it.
economics.
Personally, I think
accounting.
This is ridiculous. I thought this was ridiculous, which is why I picked this story.
That's fun.
Okay, let's see what you got. What you got?
Oh
no.
I'm sorry, like the title.
Okay, let's get
Am I the asshole for requesting that my wife cleans up after herself? I, 28 male, married my wife, 23 female, who we'll call Danny, about a year ago, and we were very lucky to get pregnant soon after. Danny is in her 3rd trimester now and on pregnancy leave. You go, Danny. Once we got the good news, I started working extra hours in order to save more money for when the baby gets here. That means I have to get up extra early every morning to get to work. I try to be out of the door by 6 a.m. I get home a little later, and I'm usually pretty beat, but still I contribute to the house by doing dishes, cleaning up after the cat, that is something men should do. When a woman is pregnant.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
ammonia.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Mhm.
This new routine has been hard on both of us, but we've made it work, and so far everything has been fine. That is until the day I wake up to Danny crying. We only have one bathroom, which is downstairs, and lately Danny has been having a little more trouble going up and down the stairs. This usually went fine, but this time she didn't make it.
Oh no.
So when I came downstairs, I found her in tears, standing in her own mess. She was clearly very embarrassed, and even more so that I, quote unquote, caught her.
I thought that she fucking
She
fell.
died? Oh.
I thought that she fell down the stairs.
Oh, no, she pissed. I think there was like some poop in there. I don't know.
Okay.
But she did not make it to the bathroom.
Oh my God, I thought that she lost the baby. I was like,
no.
Ashlin.
No. I would never. She just pissed. It was just pee, Your Honor. Okay. She was very clearly embarrassed, and even more that I caught her.
Okay.
I immediately felt bad for her and tried to comfort her and told her it's all good. It can happen to anyone. Just clean it up and we'll go back to bed. She asked me if I could help her, but I told her that made me uncomfortable. I would never expect anyone to clean up after my mess. TBH, it has happened before when I had a couple too many beers, but I always clean up after myself, and it would feel weird to ask Danny to do it for me in that situation. She got really mad and called me insensitive for making her clean up after herself after an already embarrassing enough situation. I proposed a compromise. She would clean up the mess, and I would clean her PJ since I just done the laundry anyway. She asked me she asked if this is what it was going to be like if the baby made a mess. And I told her I would be perfectly okay to clean up after the baby since it can't clean up after herself. I then told her I didn't have time to stand there arguing with her all night when I had to get up in like 3 hours to go to work and provide for us. So I walked upstairs, grabbed her PJs for her, and went back to bed. The next morning, I found her on the couch. She told me that she barely slept and felt horrible about the night before. She called me an asshole and said that by not helping her, I only embarrassed her more. She then told me she would be staying with her mom until I got my shit together. It's been half a day now, and she's not responding to my text. I talked about it with a few coworkers, and I'm getting mixed responses. But I just want to make sure. Am I the asshole?
Ooh. He is just not the asshole.
And why is that, Kyndal?
Because, like, nobody wants to clean up piss.
Who said? Honestly, we don't know if it was just piss.
Exactly, we don't.
It could have been.
Thank you.
But we know that she definitely did not make it to the bathroom.
She didn't make it to
and
the bathroom.
She was embarrassed to the fact that
I think it's a lot to ask anybody to clean up after yourself. He's right about that. You know, it is embarrassing, and I just feel like he shouldn't be made to do anything he doesn't want to do. He expressed his discomfort with bodily fluids, especially his wife's bodily fluids, and you know, if he doesn't want to clean it up, he doesn't want to clean it up. That's his prerogative.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Well, I'm gonna say that he is indeed the asshole, and here's why.
Yeah. Tell me.
Your wife is pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You have one bathroom downstairs, and you have not like kind of made it an adjustable living situation, since she is in her 3rd trimester, and of course she's not able to go up and down the stairs as fast as she normally is. And I believe when you marry someone, you have these vows, in sickness and in health. And I guess in this situation that can relate to the fact that she is pregnant and she pissed her pants and she physically cannot clean it up by herself. And naturally she's already embarrassed.
Sure.
And she just wants a little bit of help. Like just get a little mop for her. And man,
I will say though, he did clean her PJs.
He cleaned her PJs, but I feel like that wasn't enough.
Well, that's on you.
Oh, well, he's still an asshole.
He did what he needed to do. He said, I'm uncomfortable doing this part, but I'm gonna do this part, and he did what he needed to do.
But then with his thing, he said, I clean up. I would clean up after my child because they can't, clean up after themselves. But your wife is carrying your child, so
sure. But the child isn't there yet.
But by extension, you're cleaning up after your child. But you not wanting to
you're cleaning up after your wife.
But
your child didn't
him
piss
not
on the
wanting
floor.
to clean up after his wife is kind of fucked.
Well, she's a grown woman. She can clean up
she's
after
a grown
herself.
woman
it might take
that's
a second.
Damn near 9 months pregnant. I know her belly's big as hell in her 3rd trimester.
I understand.
She's not able to do the things that she's able to do. Like she can't bend over as much.
I understand and respect that. However,
probably not able to be around the cleaning products.
I understand and respect that. However, she could at least a napkin. Napkin. A napkin would help. A paper towel. If you have Bounty, that shit is the quicker picker-upper.
The quicker picker-upper? You're really bringing Bounty into this?
Bounty is the quicker picker-upper. I just feel like if you just slap some Bounty on that bitch, you be all right. And I rest my case.
Wow. And mask off.
You're a dick,
He's a fucking
bro.
dick.
You're a dick, bro.
Are you kidding me? She's
a
embarrassed.
Dick.
She slept on the couch. She
and
couldn't
I
go back
can only
upstairs.
imagine too, because her hormones are raging, so it's like the situation is just heightened.
It's everything's
it's
intense.
so much more serious than it is too. Like, it sucks that she pissed her pants, but it's worse because he gave her such a bad reaction. I can only imagine her just feeling like shit. Like she just feels bad.
And him trying to justify it by saying, "Oh yeah, well, like when I'm drunk, I clean up after myself."
Okay, but
drunk
she's
and being
carrying
pregnant,
your fucking baby, bro.
Are you drunk for 9 months?
She's carrying your child. You're a fucking loser.
You put that sperm in her. You made this decision.
She didn't ask to piss herself either, dumbass.
Like she couldn't make it to the bathroom.
Since you're working so hard, since you have to be up so fucking early in the morning, why don't you fucking take the money that you're supposedly earning so damn much and make sure that there's a second fucking bathroom in the house that she might be able to get to quicker, since you don't want to use Bounty quicker picker upper and get her shit
not
up
sponsored,
off the floor.
not sponsored, not sponsored.
Fuck you. I need Bounty to sponsor this episode. I need Bounty to sponsor this episode.
No, like Bounty, come on, y'all.
I'm
but
like pissed actually, because like fuck you.
Like, are you serious, bro?
It's not that difficult,
bro.
And if you can't pick up after your wife, like,
what do you imagine the baby? Imagine the baby has like
your baby is gonna piss and shit every fucking day, bro.
If that baby pisses on your hand, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you
cry about it?
If you're like holding your child and like you just get shit in your hand, what are you doing? You telling baby, here, clean this up.
He gonna lose his mind because he's a big fucking baby himself.
He's like,
loser.
oh my god, shit, it's shit.
It's a loser.
Okay, wipe
That's
it off.
Loser.
Get some Bounty.
Loser.
Clean your hand.
Yeah. Get some Bounty, actually.
Like, be so for real. Are you kidding me? If you can't help your wife, imagine how it's gonna be when she's not pregnant and she also has a baby in her.
It is so funny. She even said, like, she vocalized that, because that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, that's what your whole life is about to look like.
Like,
that's what your whole life is about to look like.
And then, like, not even mentioning the fact that, like, after people give birth, like, there's still things like this that happen. Like, she's probably gonna be wearing the maternity diapers. She's gonna be in diapers. You gonna have 2 people in diapers in your household, and you're only gonna be wanting to clean one of them.
It's so fucked up.
And he feels like the type of guy to give his wife the husband stitch. That's just he's such the type. He's like, oh yeah, doc, go ahead and add that extra stitch up in there.
What a dick.
Fuck you. But there are edits.
Oh.
There are edits.
Okay.
They're short though.
Right.
Okay. So after 5 hours, most of y'all seem to agree that I'm the asshole. Danny's coming home tonight to pick up some stuff, so I hope we'll have a moment to talk about it then. I'll take you guys' verdict into account going into the conversation. I did see some people who would see my side of the story, so I hope she'll take that into account too. So first of all,
no!
Not only is he harping on the fact that he has supporters, he said, let me show them to my wife and show her that I'm not crazy.
You know, I really had hope too, because I was like, oh, she's gonna come home, like he wants to have a conversation, he wants to work it out.
He's about to pull receipts to be like, I got niggas on my side.
This motherfucker is actually like, oh my god. And I was literally about to I was about to vouch for Reddit. I was like, you know what? For men, I feel like sometimes when they fuck up and they go to Reddit and the whole fucking thread is tearing your ass up, maybe it's a good thing. Like maybe they can see other people's points of view and they're able. This man is an idiot, and he's clinging to like maybe the 3 responses
the 2.5 that are like, oh my god, no, bro, you did the right thing. Solidarity, my brother. Yeah, Chad and Thad in the back.
Chad and Thad.
Okay, but then edit 2, keeping it brief because of word limit. Long story short, Danny and her mom came to pick up her things last night. Danny and I talked. She told me her side. I told her my side. In the end, we both ended up apologizing and agreed we were going to work on it. She's going to be staying with with her mom until we find a comfortable way for Danny to sleep downstairs at my place.
How about you find a fucking comfortable way to buy a house, nigga? You are a fucking husband.
Can we get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath?
A dad. I'm standing up for the fucking audio listeners.
2.5 bed.
Fuck you. Fuck you. We're gonna find a way to make this work.
Like this is
so she can sleep on the couch.
He said she's going to her mom's, and then I'm gonna find a way to compromise so that she can stay downstairs.
How
so
about
she can stay by the bathroom.
How about you move?
Sir,
get to 2 bedrooms.
Are you so serious?
Fuck
Y'all can't find a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Fuck you.
You can't find a 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Fuck you.
Is the market really that bad for you guys?
You can at least find something that's on the floor where she can reach it. Fuck
like,
you. Fuck you. Fuck
like
you. Fuck you.
An ensuite. You're telling me y'all plan to have a child, and then y'all didn't talk about like
you planned to have a kid and you didn't
talk about like where the baby was gonna like. It's giving like y'all didn't plan this.
No. None of this was planned.
But the fact that he's still like, oh yeah, like she's gonna be downstairs. I'm gonna be upstairs in my bed, my comfortable ass bed. But until I figure this out, she can stay with her mama. So you're not gonna be there and supporting your wife while she's in her third trimester. And him
get
still,
this,
but
I
no,
can't.
but Kyndal, he said at my place. So he doesn't, and the fact that they're married, he doesn't even consider that they're sharing the place together. It's their space.
He said my
place. He said my place. If you're a man like this, don't be. If you're a man, just don't.
Hearing shit like this makes me never want to get married. Dead ass.
Like, don't piss me off.
Like that, like it's shit like this. And it's like, I have to remind myself, you know what? My husband is not going to treat me like that. That is not how we're going to do things.
At all.
But oh my God, people go through this in real life.
And they live to tell the tale.
And it's always a man. It's always a man
that has to say some bullshit.
That always is doing stupid shit. Like, y'all are incapable of seeing another person's perspective. And I was telling somebody the other day, I think every man in health class in the 8th grade should do the period cramp simulator.
Yes.
And I think that they should all wear pregnant bellies at some point too.
Could you imagine prepubescent boys struggling?
Bro, they need to feel that shit. And I bet you because they're so young, it will sear their fucking mind.
They'll never shut up about that shit again.
I feel like they need to do that. And it needs to be required. And I know it's hard because like you're inflicting pain on kids.
I don't give a fuck.
But like we have to go through that.
I'm sorry. And this is like TMI, but I don't care. Like this is just kind of showing. I remember being like 15 and I had cramps so bad that I was like on the toilet and then like I just hunched over on the bathroom floor for 2 hours. I could not move.
Yeah, it's like that.
I just want a guy to go through that for like 10 minutes. I'm not asking you to do that for like 1 week a month for like damn near 30 years.
And maybe you will get a sliver of what it feels like for 5 minutes to be a woman. And unfortunately, there are women who feel pain like that and still have to go to work and still have to be a mom
have to do
and still have
everything.
to do things. And some of them make your dinner every fucking night, you bitch. So fuck you, actually. Like, you all got me pissed off, actually. Fuck you.
Hey, suck your own dicks tonight, guys.
Literally.
Suck your own fucking dicks tonight.
Oh.
If you can reach it.
That one really, like.
If you can reach it.
That one made me so fucking mad. Moving on, because this episode is going to be long as fuck. This episode is going to be so long. Am I the asshole for giving my stepdaughter a Snickers bar? I, 25 female, am married to my husband, Richard, 42 male. And he has 2 identical twin daughters with his ex-wife who are 9 years old. For the purpose of this post, I'll call them Isabel and Maria.
Cute.
I struggle to tell the girls apart, so my husband gave Isabel a pink wristband and Maria a blue one so I could tell them apart. I'm currently 5 months pregnant with our son, and one of my biggest cravings is a Snickers bar. This is an issue because Maria is allergic to nuts. So I usually eat them in my car, our bedroom, or the backyard to avoid contamination. Maria's allergy is quite severe, and she knows she isn't supposed to eat anything with nuts on them. On Friday, I was sat in my bedroom going ham on some mini Snickers bars while watching Netflix when one of the twins came in my room.
Oh no.
I asked who she was, and she said she was Isabel, and she asked to come sit by me. I didn't even know she was home, but she told me that her dad dropped her off with the keys and he went back to work, which is something he does often without telling me.
Nine years old? At 9 years old?
Yeah. That's kind of old if you think about it. Like, not that old, but like kind of
to be dropping your kids off and
at
not
home.
even.
I mean, she's home.
Did he know she was home?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well,
he
all
didn't.
right.
She's saying like he drops her off and he doesn't tell her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I checked the wristband to make sure it was Isabel, and she had a pink one, so I didn't think twice and let her sit by me. She took a piece of chocolate from me and ate it, which to me confirmed she was Isabel because Maria knows she's not supposed to have Snickers. Turns out I was wrong, and the girls had swapped wristbands to play a joke on me, and she immediately started experiencing a reaction. Thankfully, I had an EpiPen and drove her to the ER and called my husband. He called their mother, who was infuriated, and she started yelling at me in the ER waiting area, and I ended up having a panic attack. Maria ended up being fine, and the girls came clean about wanting to play a prank on me. Maria hadn't had a reaction for the past years, so she's saying she forgot how bad and how serious they were. My husband is on my side, and he's saying that Maria is old enough to know that she shouldn't be eating any nut products, and it's not my fault. I thought that she was Isabel, but their mother is saying that I shouldn't have any nut products in the house that could tempt Maria, and since I struggle to tell them apart, the smart thing would have been for me to not allow either of them to have the chocolate. She's now demanding that the girls aren't to be left alone with me, and other family members are berating me for being careless. I just feel so awful and terrible, and I would like an unbiased outside perspective on the situation. Am I the asshole for giving my stepdaughter a Snickers bar?
Yeah, girl, you're the asshole. Like, I'm actually, like, I'm gonna agree with the mother on this one. Like, you shouldn't have even, because she definitely can't, like, tell.
Oh, wait, I forgot. You're in your character. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, she definitely can't tell, like, which twin is which. So, like, don't fuck around and, like, give either of them a Snickers. Like, that's crazy.
I guess.
But, like,
yeah.
And especially that she knows, like, a severe allergic reaction. I'm not, like, I personally don't even like nuts to begin with. Like, I don't eat nuts. But, like, I'm not gonna, like, openly have like the nuts. Like, you can have nuts in your household, just make sure that the girls don't get into that shit.
Sure.
But that's, girl,
I just feel like it's not her fault that the children decided to play a very fucked up prank
no, that is
on
fucked.
their stepmom. And I don't know, I think that she's not the asshole, obviously, because it's not her fault she can't tell the twins apart. Most of us can't. And they have the wristband. They broke the wristband.
That's
and
true.
She shouldn't have been fucking with. Why would you know you allergic to shit? Why would you take that chance?
Why would you eat it? And like, she knew
it's different than being lactose intolerant.
I'm a drink milk. I'm a eat. I'm do that shit.
Right.
But like,
you are definitely allergic to nuts.
It's an EpiPen type of like an EpiPen's an ER allergy, and you're just like,
and you fucking with people.
I'm gonna eat it.
I feel like also too, like, I think we're not even taking into account the repercussions this 9-year-old is gonna have, like, growing up, because like, you didn't even take into account that the person that essentially put your life in danger on accident because of your negligence is now going to feel like shit because you almost died because you wanted to play a prank.
Because y'all was like, let's parent trap. Girl,
9 years old.
Let's be so fucking
But the
serious.
question at the end of the day is she the mom, the asshole, the stepmom, the asshole for giving her the Snickers bar in the first place?
I don't know. Like, I still kind of like agree with the fact, like, I wouldn't have given them either, especially if you still aren't 100% sure which twin is which. I'm not fucking with none of that shit. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
If you're allergic, you're allergic. And if the twin is, if I don't know which twin it is, I'm like, sorry, you can't have this. Like,
yeah.
Maybe if you like tell me, like, I don't, like, okay. And because I'm so versed in pop culture, I would be like, ooh, like, this could be like a parent trap. Like, they could have swapped places. Like, my mind would like go there. So I would definitely think.
So this also is an edit. This edit says, I'm autistic, so I struggle with faces. I'm actively trying to memorize their differences.
Now, hold on. Hold on a minute, because this detail was kind of important. But
I just wanted to hear what you had to say.
Are they like identical or are they fraternal? Because
she said identical. They're identical twins.
I mean, shit, I know a lot of identical twins. I be having problems too. I would be confused. Like, girl, you not alone. Like, I definitely be confusing twins.
Yeah.
But like,
I would too. I mean, shit. I'm not autistic, and I confuse.
Dude,
twins.
hello, I be forgetting. I don't forget faces, but like twins, it's
Twins
like,
is hard.
Twins is hard. And like,
And you didn't grow up with them. You didn't birth them.
that's
so
what I'm
it's
saying.
kinda
Like, they didn't come out of my cooch.
no.
I didn't see them change. I haven't seen them like progress in the years, like to
Out of
be
my
able
cooch.
to be able to see the differences. Like,
So
that's different.
if we mask off it, what are your honest thoughts?
I still think that she shouldn't have given her like either one of them the candy.
It's hard.
It's
a hard.
hard.
One. That's a hard one.
Like
she I feel like it's like hard because like you want to trust a 9-year-old.
you want to, like, you really want to, especially as a stepmother.
Nine is an age in which it's like you're cool.
You chill.
You cool.
You could come to the cookout.
So like I feel for her in the way that like you really just wanted to like be chill, but it's like I kind of agree. I wouldn't have given either of them. I wouldn't have given either of them until they could prove.
Like, no, like I would literally be like, okay, like stand up, line up, like something. Like there has to be a distinguishing birthmark for
something.
Like there has to be something for you to immediately go, okay, you're Isabella, you're the other one.
But at the same time, the blame should be placed on the children.
The blame should be placed on children, because why were y'all playing a joke? Like, was it like
a deadly joke at that?
A deadly ass joke. Okay, what was like sister? Like, I get it. Like y'all switching
I
classes
wanna,
because
or like
because
I
want to
stay
smarter.
home. Yeah.
And like you trying to get a good grade on a test, like your sister love you that much, like it's some shit like that. But y'all just like,
That's
why were y'all
that.
switching places? Because y'all were bored?
I feel like y'all really fucked that woman's life up.
Like she's scarred, and she's still pregnant. Like these women being pregnant in these stories, like these hormones, these emotions, they're charging everything up. Like
y'all are
I
ruining
know she was
lives.
terrified. She was scared for her life.
No, she was
and the child's life.
Petrified.
I would be scared for both of their lives too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, that's our stories.
That's the stories.
How you feeling?
I mean, I knew this was gonna stress me out a bit, just because I be trying to like see both sides, but it's really hard when like
there's
sometimes
a very
they're like
clear,
cut and dry.
There's a very clear.
Ooh.
So you did pretty good holding your own.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think the P that was a good one.
Yo, that got me so fucking heated.
Yeah,
I feel bad for anybody that's like listening on their headphones or something, because that shit got me.
But I mean, honestly, it was hot, sexy, and cool. It was good content.
Yeah, very good stuff.
Very good stuff.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me back.
Oh, of course. If you like this video and if you liked us playing devil's advocate, please let me know, because we will play it again, I'm sure. And just want to get an audience idea of, just want to check the vibe check real quick.
Absolutely.
But if you like this video, of course, make sure you give it a thumbs up on YouTube or rate this podcast on Apple Music and Spotify. It really does do me a favor, and leave a review. Seriously, I will read them. Not to mention, I would really appreciate if you sent this podcast out to anybody that you knew that needed a good laugh today, or needed to really get pissed off, because
Absolutely.
you know, we're angry over here at all times.
We're something. We're going through all the emotions.
You know, after all these stories and everything that we're reading, I have to remind myself at the end of the day that it's not that serious. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out, girls.
Bye.